Thanks for joining the training today. And because we had a launch the last week, I really would appreciate if you let me know if you're new today on this training, so I a little bit know the audience, what we have. I saw a couple of new names. So Beverly are new. Hi. Rob is new. So I'm very glad to see new members today. My name is Jack, and I don't know if you have read the sales page who Jack is, but I'm a local internet marketer since 2009, and I actually do local internet market by myself, and all the knowledge what I gather either serving my own clients or my members feed me back. I'm sharing this 2 weekly on a training webinar. So on Sundays 8 p.m. and on Tuesday 8 p.m. So my specialism is actually Google AdWords, and I spent now more than $2 million on it. So I kind of think that I know local internet marketing pretty good, and all the tools what I develop serves my own clients, and I share them with your guys. So with that said, the one thing what you probably face in the beginning is how to set up a website, because you never have seen this before. You never have faced how you can easily install a website. So when you go in the back, when you go to the website, let me bring this to the right. You see, when you install a standard website, and the first thing you want to do is download and install the local TeamJack installer plugin. So actually the first thing what you want to do is install a default WordPress site. The next thing is you want to install the TeamJack installer plugin. Okay, then you go to the installer plugin, and there are 3 versions. Okay, enterprise, multi, and single. Everybody see this? Enterprise, multi, and single. The enterprise is you get access to all the sites, the 180 sites. The multi, you have access to the website design company team, and the roofer. Okay, let's say, and the roofer. I'm a little bit too quick, but what comes with Website Hero Expert? Those website design company, the plumbing team, the painter, the roofer, landscaping, remodeling. Those are the teams. Okay. So what I'm going to do now as demo, because otherwise you guys think, hey, well, Jack is cheating. So I'm going to activate another team, okay, a not local team Jack, and I'm going to delete my website. Okay, you guys see this? So there's no default website. So what you want to do is select the multi if you are an Website Hero Expert user. You want to select multi and then click on submit. And I don't have a license email. Anybody has a license email for the multi? I don't have that at the moment. I think I can try, but I'm not sure if it will. Oh no, if it doesn't fit, it gives you a buy now number. So I don't have a license email. Okay, somebody gave it to me. I will delete it later on. Okay, now that's also not working. Was that a multi? Let's use another one. Maybe I didn't copy that well. Okay, so this fits. And then what you want to go is you want to go to settings. And what you see in settings, you see the local website design and those 5 themes. Okay, so let's say you want to, I think the first thing you want to do is set up the local website design theme, and you click import. So let me show you, I'm refreshing this one more time. That is just, the standard theme, the local website import theme. Now I'm refreshing it. And wow, you guys see that? If you are in the first time of this training, you say, wow, everything is created, the content, everything, with just selecting the theme. Everybody got this when you are first on the training webinar? I just wanted to show you, because if you are on a website hero the first time, you don't know what to expect. So first step is install a default WordPress site. Second step is upload the plugin as a plugin, not as a theme, as a plugin. And but select the multi if you are a website hero expert. You want to select the multi version, enter your license, and then just select the version. And then you should click on the theme, and then click. You go over each field to fill out the information. That's it. There's nothing more to it. Okay. So today is I just wanted to kick that off and have a quick welcome. I don't want to hold up you more. We can do after the retargeting training. You can ask me more questions about it. Okay. But this training, I promise you, was about retargeting. So let me open the speakers for Dr. Len and Tom. Hi, Dr. Len and Tom. Are you guys hearing me?
Perfect.
Hey, Jack. How's it going?
We are hearing you just fine.
So, Tom, I know Tom for quite a while, and he contacted me a while ago about his retargeting platform. And actually, I use retargeting with another retargeting platform. But I'm always willing to listen and to see what they offer. And there was one thing actually there were 2 things what I really converted me to use their portal. And the first thing was the interface. I really like the simplicity of how to use the retargeting with their interface. And the second thing was, I never thought it was possible that you can send an email, and once they open the email, you have collected them within the audience. So now you not only you have to send them to a website and they have to visit the website. Now you can also add them to the audience by emailing. And are you guys seeing the light what I see? Are you guys seeing this?
No, I see your website. It says local website design. I don't have the screen, and Tom, I don't think you have it either.
So, no, he hasn't changed it over.
So if you guys use Lead Finder Jack, you know what I'm speaking about. So I will speak more or less at the end of this training, but with no further ado, Dr. Leonard, Tom, you guys can take the screen and do your presentation.
Thanks, Jack.
You want to take the screen?
Do you need to pass it to me, or?
I don't know if you want to pass. I think you could ask for getting the screen. So you click on the staff. You see that in the panel? There's attendees and staff. Do you see that?
Hang on a sec.
Okay, I can make presenter. I think I can do that.
Yeah, just.
Jack, I think you, yeah, there you go.
There you go. Can everyone see the local client screen now?
Yes, perfect. All right, good. Well, Tom, as you start to get yourself ready to provide everybody with our what we call our show and tell. This is Dr. Len Schwartz, and what you're about to experience is a different type of webinar. Jack already set this up. Everybody who's attending and watching and viewing knows that this is about retargeting. We're going to take you through, when I say a different kind of webinar, what I mean by that is we're basically going to show you the functionality. Jack kind of alluded to that a little bit, but we want to show you what's available to you. We want to show you what you have at your fingertips to be able to help you either build your own business or businesses or build your clients' businesses and do so in a way that is not available on any other retargeting platform. So I believe that there are three different kinds of people on this webinar. There are those that are already familiar with retargeting and some other retargeting platforms. And then there are those that have an understanding about what retargeting is, but really haven't had the chance to get started, haven't initiated a retargeting campaign. And then there are those of you that actually have no idea what retargeting is and how it can help you. I will say up front that one of the things all of you should know as marketers is that retargeting has an accepted 10-to-1 return on investment. And today on this webinar, we're going to show you how and we're going to show you why. And so, Tom, before you start your actual campaign creation, and I'm going to narrate for everybody watching, I'm actually going to narrate while Tom creates a campaign. Tom, maybe we should start off for those that are somewhat unfamiliar with retargeting. Why don't we start out with an explanation?
Okay. As I'm giving this too, if people can kind of just type in from a 1 to 10, 10 being a retargeting guru, 1 being a complete newbie, where you guys are on the scale there, just to see where that is. But the example I like to use with retargeting is a person goes to Amazon, looks at a product, and then after they leave the Amazon website, that product follows them around. Life happens, they forget about what's going on, maybe the dog's barking, the kids are screaming, but when they come back to that computer, there's that banner ad for that product that they were just looking at. So it's a product that they have interest in, and now it will follow them around.
And all of you probably have experienced that for sure. Okay. Now, by the way, Tom, I don't know if you need to see what the answers are, but we obviously have lots of 1s. Some honest answers here. I know what it is, but I've never used it. We've got a 7, we've got a 6, we've got a 9. So I really love that you, George, are a 9, so you're really experienced. I can't wait to get your feedback personally about what you see in our platform compared to what you've already experienced. Same thing with you, Gilbert, as a 7. That's pretty high up there. So we are excited to go through this. And so if you have the ability to write out or type out some notes, you might want to do so. Again, this is a different kind of webinar in that we basically just want to do what's called a show and a tell and give you the power, give you the knowledge so that you have the power to know what you could be doing for yourself or your client. So the first thing we're going to do here is Tom is actually going to create a campaign. Now, as he creates the campaign, I'm going to be talking to you so that you understand a little bit about what's happening. And so, again, whether it's for your business or your client's business, once you actually name a campaign, and in this situation, Tom's going to be creating a campaign for one of the car dealerships that hire us to create retargeting campaigns for them. Tom's choosing from a drop-down category of dozens and dozens of different categories, professions, industries, etc. He is creating the campaign from and to dates. In the car business, most campaigns, most sales cycles are about 30 days. So he is creating a specific sales cycle of 30 days for his ads to run. He's going to put a default landing page for the car dealership, and in this case you would put your own, either your own website or your client's website. In the frequency box, which you see him doing in now, what he's actually doing is putting in the frequency with which his ads will be displayed in a 24-hour period. You can have 1 all the way up to 99 impressions in a 24-hour period, and we like to choose anywhere between 8 and 16. The recency of visit, again, the sales cycle in the car business is typically 30 days, so he has 1 month set. He's putting in a $1,000 budget, and he'll put in a daily budget so that he stays on track with regard to his strategic marketing and retargeting efforts. So he'll put about $30 a day over the course of 30 days. He'll have a CPM price, which stands for cost per thousand, of $2.50 for every 1,000 banner ad impressions. Not bad. And then he's going to put in a cost for the CPC, the cost per click. And in this case, what he's asking himself is, what am I willing to spend for a click for a qualified prospect? And there's no question that, Tom, you're going to make that 1 or 10.
It's 1.
Okay, so he's willing to spend $1 per click. One of the other really unique features about our platform is that you have a feature called day parting. Day parting provides you with the ability to decide or determine when your ads get displayed. So if you're in the office from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or 9 to 7 in this example for this campaign, Tom's going to set it Monday through Saturday, and it's going to be 9 to 7 because that's when they're in the office. And so his ads will get displayed during these days and at these times to ensure that if somebody clicks on the ad and has interest in learning more about a specific car, they can click the ad or just call this business and they know they're going to be there. So we can really be, again, cost effective and strategic with this campaign setup. Once that's finished, he can click next and we can go to one of my favorite screens. This next screen in the campaign creation process is geo-targeting. This car dealership happens to be in the Ohio area. For those of you in the United States, it's in the Toledo, Ohio area. I want to state something proudly here for all of you. Even though our platform is called Local Clients, we can actually target our ideal, perfect clients or customers or patients, depending on who you are and what you're doing. We can target them in a specific zip code, in a specific city, region, state, or an entire country. And yes, our platform can reach everywhere around the world. We are an international-based platform. So whether you're in Canada, where you call it a postal code, or in New Zealand or Australia, where you call them postals, you can target your ideal clients down to the specific zip code, city, region, state, or an entire country. Once Tom has picked the areas with which he would like to display his ads, he'll select those and he'll click next. Now, this is where it gets really, really fun and exciting, especially for all of you who are marketers. So what Tom's going to do is we're going to create a new audience, and in this new audience, this is where the retargeting pixels come into play. The retargeting pixel is something that gets placed on your website so that when someone lands on your website, that immediately fires the pixel, and that person is then funneled into a bucket that we like to refer to as a custom audience. And that custom audience is full of people that have some interest in your product, service, or solution because they've landed on your website. So everybody there has some level, somewhere on that spectrum, some level of interest in what you are selling. And what happens is Tom will add that selected audience on the right-hand side of the page so that everybody that clicks on his banner ads who go to the landing page will be captured in that custom audience. Now, Tom, one of the things I want to show everybody is the email retargeting. And Jack sort of spoke about this a little bit as he introduced us. What we also have the power to do, unlike most other retargeting platforms, is also create a retargeting pixel. So for example, let's say that you did broadcast emails every week to either one database or multiple databases. You can create thousands and thousands if you have to. Most people just have a dozen or less, 12 or less. But you can put an email retargeting pixel in your email. It's blind to the viewer, to the receiver, by the way. And whoever opens that email, that will instantly trigger and fire that email retargeting pixel, and they too will be funneled directly into a custom audience. So if you have specific emails that are for specific products, specific services, specific solutions, and people answer or people open those emails, again, you know with some degree of certainty that they must be interested in the product, service, solution, or whatever your email subject line is, and you can direct them and dump them into a custom audience and then retarget, which means you can remarket or continue to market specifically to those people in your custom audiences, knowing in advance that they have some level of interest in your product, service, or solution. And that's why at the beginning of this webinar I mentioned that retargeting has an accepted 10-to-1 return on investment because, as all of you know, most people have to see an ad, for example, 7 times before they take action. And so you can use our platform for email retargeting as well as website retargeting.
What I want to add here, if you kind of see our retargeting pixels, we've got several different pixels here. And what we've got here, let's say I'm using car dealer, but we've got a conversion pixel too. So depending upon what it is on your website, I could actually go over here and add the conversion pixel. And what this will allow me to do is say, target anyone that's in our car dealer 65 audience. And now I could say exclude anyone that's been to whatever our conversion page is of our website. So with a car dealer, we may not necessarily have a conversion page on the site, but if we're dealing with e-commerce or product, squeeze page, we could potentially have that conversion. And now we're not wasting impressions on people that have actually taken the action that we've desired.
Yeah, glad you brought that up. So once we have identified and created our specific pixels, in this case it's for a car dealership on their website, Tom's going to click next. This is where things start to get fun. Again, one of the unique features about our website and our platform, I should say, not our website, our local clients platform, is that we have something that's referred to as an interactive multimedia ad. This is unique and proprietary to local clients. You will not find this on any other retargeting platform in the world. And so with that said, we've got multiple templates that we can choose from as far as your interactive multimedia ads go. Tom, I think you're basically just going to pick one as an example and show everybody what that looks like.
Sometimes this slows down a little bit when we're on GoToWebinar with this, but here we've got our studio, and what you'll see here is basically our image size that we have. So even though the creative is a 300 by 250, here in the content area, we're looking at 298 by 228. What I can do here is select how many tabs I want up top from 1 to 4. I can set our colors with preset colors here. I also have the ability to change these individually. What I can do is put, in case we've got dealing with a browser that won't accept the interactive multimedia ad, we simply put the web address here. But I'm going to kind of take you in here and show you how we kind of go about with this.
As you're transitioning over, before you go into your explanation, I want to just sort of set the stage and provide everybody with this understanding. And the understanding here is that this very typical standard size 300 by 250 banner ad is really like having a website within a banner ad. So all of you are probably familiar with what are called static banner ads, where it's just one image and a call to action, or one image and a message. This is a website, and as you're about to see, you can put multiple images, videos, social networking. You can do lead capture and even do e-commerce right from this standard size banner ad campaign. And so, Tom, you were going to show them an example of one that you created, right? Or that you're going to create.
I'm going to actually create it right here.
Okay, great.
So this one, when we're dealing with our car dealer, what we're going to do is actually have a coupon here for $750 off. And one of the great things that we have with the coupon is the ability to say that before a person can claim the coupon, that they either got to retweet this or they've got to share it on Facebook. And then what we're basically doing with that is creating a viral coupon. So here you'll see our coupon. Give it a sec here, will be displayed. But in order to claim that, we've got share to claim, whether we're tweeting it or on Facebook. And again, the speed here might be a little bit with the go to webinar. I'm just going to kind of go the other tabs here.
Yeah, so there was a question, and while we're waiting, so yes, you can do contests, you can do shares, you can do social networking, viral marketing campaigns like we just showed you with that one particular image. That's really the value. Listen, the social networking in particular with Facebook, for example, that's all local. That's all, well, relatively local. Most people, 90% of their friends are most likely going to be in their area or somewhat local. So being able to share a $750 coupon in this example for a local car dealership or a regional car dealership, as all of you know as marketers, is gonna have a pretty big impact with getting their name, their brand, their fame out to the area, even if it's just for name recognition. If it sells one car the entire year, it pays for it hundreds of times over. And I know you get that, yeah. So auto import from Facebook, yep. I like that you guys have good questions.
So here now I've actually added 4 images simply by selecting them in our gallery. And one of the options that I have here is to have them all go to a single landing page, and I can put that in here. Or by simply clicking here, I can have each picture click to its own landing page. So let's say I was dealing with an attorney, for example. We could have the different types of law that they have, each going to a specific landing page.
Yeah, so say that one more time. I just want everybody to get that. Each one of the images, and you're allowed up to 6, as you can see, each one of those images, you can drive people to a specific landing page on your website or even a different website. And of course, since you're probably going to put a retargeting pixel on each one of those landing pages or each one of those websites, you're certainly going to have the power to either split test or just test, track, and measure the conversions from each one of those pages. There's lots of very specific, very strategic marketing efforts that can be initiated just through this banner ad campaign, this interactive multimedia ad.
And as you can see here, it's actually scrolling through. So the engagement rate on our interactive multimedia ad is a lot greater than if you simply had just a static ad out there. And in effect, as Len said, we've got a mini website right in our banner ad. Here, maybe I want to put a YouTube video, and all I would simply have to do is type that video link in here, and we can put a video on this. They could play the video right in the banner ad. It's not going to take them to a separate page. It's not going to take them to a separate site. Right in the banner ad, you could actually play your video. And then the last tab that I'm going to put in, because we are dealing with local, is I'm going to put a Google map. I put the address in, and here we actually see, once I confirm it, that it's actually taking that right there. And on my Google map, I have the ability to zoom in, zoom out, right there within the banner ad. So once my creative is done here, and we'll see if that coupon image came over. There we see that coupon image. Again, $750 off. And in order to claim that coupon, they're either going to be retweeting it or they're going to be sharing it on Facebook. So there's an ad that we've created probably in about 5 minutes, and that's how quickly you can do it as long as you've got your graphics created already. At this point, what I would simply do is save my ad, and as I save this here, Once it's saved, we basically have a two-step approval process. First, we had local clients will look to approve the ad, and if I was ready to have this approved and just simply clicking yes here, that would initiate the approval process. The approval process is typically about 24 to 48 hours. I don't want our people to approve this right now, but if I was to click yes, it would go through us, and then we'll actually send it out to the ad exchanges. At this point here, if I click on next, I'm just going to get a review screen of everything that I have with my campaign, and if everything was all set the way I wanted, all I would simply do is hit start here, and I'm initiating the campaign. That's how easy it is to create a retargeting campaign with the platform.
Yeah, a couple rapid fire points I want to make. And listen, once you start using our platform, I know Jack, you've been using it for a little while, but once you start using it, and as long as you have your graphics in place, you basically are about 5 minutes away from launching an ad campaign. That's how easy and that's how fast it is. I think for some of you, based on your questions, you're really starting to get the big idea, sort of the multi-layered, multifaceted approach that a interactive multimedia ad could give you versus just a regular static ad. It eliminates what it's called ad blindness. So they're not used to seeing the same ad every single time. Also, if you chose a bunch of images at the beginning of your ad campaign, they're always scrolling. So they're going to catch the eye, and they're going to cause someone who has already expressed some interest in your product, service, or solution to click on it. The conversion is just incredibly high as compared to just having a regular static image banner ad campaign. I get that you guys understand the value of split testing. I get that you guys understand the value of stimulating viral social networking campaigns. You guys are on top of this, and I can tell by your questions, you totally get it. And so, anyway, with that said, what I want to do next, because what Tom just showed you is how to set up a retargeting campaign. I want to show you how to set up a prospecting / lead generation campaign, which for some of you that are familiar with retargeting platforms, you've never seen before, you've never heard it before. In our platform, you have the power to do lead generation. And so, Tom, why don't you switch the screen over to me and let me take over? How do we do that?
I just have to select you here.
Okay. Awesome.
You have the screen now? Or...
I believe I do. Do you see
Okay.
it says teeth whitening?
Yep.
Okay, great. So I have gone through the process of setting up a prospecting, i.e. lead generation campaign. Tom showed you was retargeting. Now we're going to generate leads for a dentist. Now, it could be whatever we wanted. I just chose to do a teeth whitening campaign for a dentist. This is it's all identical to what Tom just showed you on a retargeting campaign. We came up with a name. It's under the category of beauty. I think there's a health and beauty. I set up my dates for, these are of course fake dates, of when to run the campaign. Let me actually make sure they are. All right, I'll give it a week. Here's our website. I want to display 8 times in a 12-hour period. Here's my budget, my total budget, my daily budget, my CPC, and my cost per click. You guys remember day parting, so I've just for the purposes of this demonstration, I've just chosen Monday and Tuesday, and what's that, 8 to 7. We'll click next, and I will show you that there's a geo-targeting component, as you might expect. This happens to be just outside of Philadelphia in a place called Richboro, Pennsylvania. These are the 2 cities that I want to choose from. This is where our dentist is located. So this is where I'm going after people in these 2 specific cities. In the retargeting campaign, just like in this prospecting campaign, you didn't see this, but there is a whitelist available to us, which means that if I wanted to, I could actually add specific websites where I know my desired, ideal, perfect patient would hang out. Maybe it's Oprah magazine, maybe it's bridal magazines, prom magazines, modeling magazines, etc., etc. People that are interested in health and beauty, and more specifically their teeth. For this campaign, I did not choose any specific websites. Now, as much as I I have the power to be able to choose specific websites for the whitelist. I also have a block list. Those websites where I absolutely do not want my ads being displayed. And again, in this campaign, I have chosen absolutely nothing. Now, for those of you that are already getting a little bit excited, this is about to, you're about to get very excited. You're about to see why this service, this feature of our platform is exciting marketers, local marketers all over the world. In this situation, I'm going to put whitening. And when I put whitening, I notice some of our third-party information comes up. And what comes up are 4 categories. But I noticed something interesting here. Let me see. Something has changed. I'm glad we're doing this live. This is cool. When you run into this, this is really interesting. Well, you're going to have to believe me, because since we are live, we've never seen this before, and this number is impossible, so something must not be registering. But stick with me for a second and let me explain. When I type in the word whitening, I got 4 contextual categories that come up. I've got crest whitening, Listerine whitening, personal care whitening, and then crest white strips. Now, what it's showing me is that these are about $1.50 per 1,000 banner ad impressions to go after all of the people in these categories. What it's showing you is 0 here, which is not correct. We typically have a range of 38 million to 47 million who show up in these categories. Again, sometimes when you do it live and it's happening, but ultimately, let me see if I can do one other thing. There was... No, it was, what was that one? There was another specific, I know teeth whitening didn't come up. No, you know what's funny? Here's dental floss. None of these numbers are coming up on the side here. So something's not clicking here for us. But ultimately, what I need you to know is that these are the categories I would choose, all of these, because I want all of the people in the specific cities that I mentioned in my geo-targeted area. I want to add them here, and what I can tell you, and you're going to have to trust me, is that they're usually between 37 and 48 million nationwide here in the US that have expressed some interest in these specific products. That's a lot of people. And so all of the people in my cities, because that's where we're targeting, that have expressed interest as part of that 37 to 48 million, they are the people that are going to see my banner ad campaign. In this section, I have an exclusion. Let me make sure it loads. And you guys remember we did the retargeting pixels, both email and website. And what I have done already is I have chosen a conversion pixel for those people that actually make it to my website. I'm going to stop retargeting them for teeth whitening after that, because they've already seen my special offer, which is going to expire, by the way, because this is a time-driven, deadline-driven offer for the teeth whitening coupon. So I'm not going to waste money and continue to go after these people once they've seen my ad. In the world of retargeting, this may not mean anything to all of you watching, since so many of you are new to retargeting. These are all the most powerful ad exchanges available to any business owner as far as retargeting goes. Using our platform gives you access to the most powerful ad exchanges available, period. And I know not every other retargeting platform or company can say that. In addition, our platform gives you the ability to choose an operating system, browser targeting, and of course we have everything checked. And in our platform, unlike others, you can choose to have your ad displayed above the fold, below the fold, or an unknown position. Now, let me share a little secret. We really never want our ad to appear below the fold. Most of you as marketers would agree. You want your ad to be above the fold. But here's something interesting. Because I checked unknown position, the ad exchanges, about 60%, maybe 65% of the time, will give me an above the fold display about 30 to 35 to 40% below the fold, but I can get this 60 to 65% of the time. So I don't want to choose below the fold, but I'm definitely going to choose above the fold or unknown position. Now, I have also gone through the time just to set up one thing I want to show you, because this is absolutely one of my favorite things. Tom already showed you how you can have a header, which could be a logo, a name, and even a click to call. I don't have that here. Let me see something here, Tom. Let me see if I can choose it. Yeah,
Len, on the third party, as you're going forth, we just added about 5,000 categories, and the working with the API right now may have the numbers at 0, but we're up to about 7,500 different categories that just came through.
All right, so one more time. Let me go back to this third party where I wasn't having the number show up. I want everybody to understand. Let me type in something here. If I typed in the word business, we have, as Tom said, about 7,500 different categories. Now, one actually did populate. So, for example, if you were interested in targeting frequent travelers who also happen to travel for business, this is a category here, frequent business travelers, you would have an audience, a confirmed audience of 43 million people. That's a pretty big audience. Now, again, none of these numbers are populating, so you're going to have to trust us for now because we just added, again, 5,000 additional categories that you can choose from. We have everything from B2B business owners, small business owners, mid-sized business owners, large business owners, businesses that have 0 to 50 employees, 50 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 5,000. You can target just about anyone on our platform in this third party. So let me go back to the ad. So I mentioned before, and you can have a header here with a phone number where you can actually click the phone number to call the business directly. That could be whether it's on your computer, your cell phone, your tablet, and of course there are images here just like Tom showed you. But what I want to show you here, because we've already gone through that process of ad creation, I want to show you what really works well for dentists, for trainers, for people who are in weight loss, for landscapers, plastic surgeons, dermatologists, even home improvement specialists, contractors, anybody who would want a before and after picture. Watch this. So for this dentist, we have, well, I clicked on the wrong thing.
Why don't you click the tool off?
Yeah, let me click that off. Enable tooltip. I'm going to click that, right?
Yeah.
Get rid of that. Okay, cool. So when I click this button, this is the before, somewhat disgusting teeth, and then I can show an after. And then I have nice, white, clean teeth. And now, as marketers, let's all agree. Usually the more disgusting the picture, the more compelling the picture, the more intriguing the picture, people are clicking on this ad. And they can actually live drag it over, see what it looks like after, see what it looks like before. And we've noticed, here's an interesting statistic. People will do this about 7 times on average. So 7 times they're going back and they're going forth, and they're going back and they're going forth. And every time they do it, do you know what's happening in the mind of this person, depending on what they're looking at? They're connecting with it. Do my teeth look like that? I think my teeth look like that. I really want them to look like that. Yeah, I definitely noticed my teeth have that brown stuff at the top. I really want them to look like that. And so they go back and forth. Again, whether it's a plastic surgeon, a dermatologist, it doesn't matter. We have found that a before and after picture, which let's face it, television has done a phenomenal job of really getting all of us, the culture, society, to readily and quickly embrace before and after everything, whether it's home improvement, whether it's weight loss, everything before and after is resonating at an incredibly high level with our society. And so that's the only thing I wanted to show you in this particular example with our interactive multimedia ad is the before and after picture. Again, Tom took you through the ad creation with everything else. And again, just like with Tom, we were able to save the change. If we wanted to, we could save changes and then launch the ad campaign. Again, pretty quick, pretty fast, pretty easy once you know what you're doing. Usually takes a couple of times. As long as you have your graphics in place, you're ready to rock and roll and can create an ad and launch an ad in about 5 minutes. And
Len,
so
some of the questions that we got in here, if you can
yeah,
kind of go to the dashboard and just initiate the new prospecting campaign so we show that first screen.
sure. Let me go to the dash. Let me show. You're talking about this right here?
Now go to new prospecting now, because some people had some other questions there. I just want to show that intro screen.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Okay, let me take a little breath here and let's get back into it. So with our platform, what I just created, even though we call it an interactive multimedia ad, what I created was called a static banner desktop campaign. Now again, I know it says static. This is for our interactive multimedia campaigns. That's what I just showed you. What we have the power to do is we can do a pop banner ad campaign, which, by the way, can pop under. Maybe some of you have been to websites before, and you've closed the website, and there, after you've closed the website, there's an ad waiting for you. You can absolutely do that with our campaign. You can do a mobile campaign. You can do mobile web campaign, and you can also do mobile in-app. Now, what is that? I don't know about any of you, but I get asked to play Candy Crush about 10 times a day. I've never played it. I don't know what it is. But what I can do is I can launch a mobile ad, banner ad campaign in Candy Crush. And of course, thousands of other applications just like it. So if your target market, your target demographic, your target individual, your people, whoever you're going after, if they play Candy Crush, you're in luck, because you can launch a very targeted, very specific banner ad campaign within the Candy Crush application. This third-party ad tag, I'm not going to spend too much time on that, because this is where you're bringing ads over from another platform, and based on the response so far, we had 1.7, 1.9, and everybody else was 6 or below. So this is also part of the prospecting campaign and how you set the whole thing up. This is where it all starts right here. Okay. So thank you, Tom, and for all of your questions for bringing that up. So we've got great for boob job demo. I had to read that out loud. Rob, yes, absolutely. And about 20 other plastic surgery type of before and after pictures before as well. I don't know whether you've answered any of these questions, Tom, while I was sort of doing my show and tell. Greg, the answer is no. We can't go bigger and smaller unless it's just a before and after picture. Okay, George, thank you. So George, I mentioned you at the very beginning of this webinar because you were our highest. You were a 9 out of 10 as far as your experience with retargeting and retargeting platforms. And so thank you for sharing that your thoughts and opinions here about our platform. I really appreciate that.
And there was one question that came up, Len. They asked if this was for Google retargeting or Facebook. This is way beyond that. This covers about 98% of the internet that have banner ads available. Why limit yourself to Google or Facebook when you could have your ads on a retargeting or a prospect? Find your ideal client or customer anywhere they go on the web. 98% of the web.
Yeah, and I also want to point out that with Facebook, all of you already know that Facebook is its own beast, its own machine, to say the least. And so although you see on our website, although you see on our platform, we do have Facebook retargeting, we would actually tell you preemptively, don't use our platform for Facebook. Use Facebook, stick within Facebook if you already know Facebook. You don't need to use our platform for Facebook. So if you want to use Facebook's platform for Facebook and then use us for 98% of all the other sites, for all the other platforms out there. Okay. Yes, Rob, laser focused for sure. I'm glad. I appreciate that language. That is absolutely true. This is incredible.
Yeah, I just want to point something out. Len said this, but I think this really deserves mention here. Most, if not all, of the other retargeting platforms give you retargeting, but they don't do anything as far as prospecting. You can use this prospecting for your clients. You can use this to prospect for clients. So the other half of this really makes this a total package. And then, as Jack said, that ability to have the email retargeting just puts it over the top.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting some questions here, and actually we have one from Clay. I never see retargeting ads because I use a free ad blocker. What prevents everyone from using these? Do I pay when an impression has been blocked? Actually, what prevents people from using them? Well, nothing. you're absolutely right. And it's also possible for people to choose to clear their cache or their cookies every single day, and that means that you wouldn't be able to target them. But we have found an incredible 2% or less clear it every, what, 3 months, Tom, something like that. So you have, within your sales cycle, whatever that sales cycle is for a specific product, service, or solution, people are not clearing their cache before you had a chance to hit them dozens and dozens, if not hundreds and hundreds of times. So you will be able to accomplish your goal of getting that 10 to 1 or more return within the time frame that someone's going to clear their cache, for sure. Absolutely, 100%.
And in blocking the impression, you would not pay for that impression.
Oh yeah, great. So I got caught up on that first section. So yeah, you wouldn't pay for that. Jamie wants to know, I missed it probably. Do you have a library of images or pre-made ads? So the answer is yes. Do we have your ad? I don't know. So that's a tough one. So I would not expect to, I would not suggest to you that we already have the desired ad that you want. George asked again, less than 0.3% use ad blocker. Again, George, absolutely, totally agree.
For those of you with the creatives, we do have an art team in place too, that if you're not the best at creating the creatives and the graphics, we could do that for you.
Yeah, so I think with that said, I think that's important for the, and I only say it's important here to segue to the part where we identify all of you that are just getting into retargeting and just for the last half hour, 40 minutes or so, got an education about what really is available to you. And I see with all the questions and all the feedback, you guys now get it. You understand what you have available to either for you and your own businesses or for your client's business. I get that you get it. And so we're going to get into what's available to you and how to become a white label partner and all that other stuff in just a second. But just know that we have teams of people that are available to either help you or that you can leverage to provide a specific service for you so that you are predictably successful. Last couple questions. Leonard wants to know, I don't understand how this works with email. Is a pixel placed if they only open our email, or must they click a link to go to our website? Yeah, and pixel is placed within the email. So if they clicked on your email / open it, either one, they will that will fire that pixel, and they will be funneled perfectly into a customized audience.
What we have with the email retargeting is it's basically an image that's of a dimension of 0 by 0, so it's not seen. And if that image is actually shown and it loads that image, that's when the person is added to the custom audience.
So
Awesome.
let me hook in this for a minute, okay? So Wolf, you guys are using Lead Finder Jack, yes or no? Type in yes or no if you use Lead Finder Jack. So within the email template, we have added an option that you can add this tracking code very easily. So what you can do, you can prospect your business, and you know that with the latest templates and with Amazon, you get about up to 50% open rate. 50% of those clients get retargeted. So now you don't need to send over and over an email to prospect that business. No, they will see your ad all over the internet, and you can drive them to your website where you make the conversion. Everybody see this light bulb?
I think they do, which is awesome.
So now you don't need an email list or whatever or retargeting list. With Lead Finder Jack, you build very easily your prospecting audience. So that was very exciting for me. And if you see that, if you see this, then you rock.
Yeah, Jack showed that to me the other day, and that's just tremendous.
Yeah. So I don't know if you see this, Jack, and see this, Tom. We're getting some questions about how do we make money. And so there's a couple different ways that you make money, and then I want to present everybody with an opportunity to learn how to become a white label partner and truly leverage our entire platform and be able to flip a switch tonight and actually own, quote unquote, your own retargeting platform. A couple different ways. You make money by making more sales. Again, that 10-to-1 return. You're going to sell more of your products, services, and solutions. And then, as it turns out, we also have the power to be able to, let's see if this, nah, I thought I was going to go on the last one. Here we go. Be able to offer this service, these services, to your clients. And so that means that you can actually pay one price for traffic, for prospecting, for retargeting and lead generation, and you can charge your clients a different price. Now, I know Tom and I know Jack, you're getting ready to get upset with me because I didn't change these prices. And so let me go ahead and do that live while we're all doing it, while we're all talking, so that everybody can understand how this works.
It's even better, Len, 347.
347. Wow. All right. Look at us. All right. Tom, why don't you take it over and while I type this out, because apparently I can't do two things at once.
And one thing that you forgot to mention there too, Len, when you actually sign up with the 347.77, that's a fast-acting bonus that'll go till Tuesday night, 11:59. After that, it's 397.97. But one of the things that you get with that is a 20% discount in ad spend, which is huge. So 20% discount on your ad spend. You can easily make up that money right there. We also have another package available for you besides our 347 and 77 is we actually have a free account that you can sign up for. When you sign up for the free account, you do not get the discount. So I think when you're looking at that, I think it's about less than $500 a month in ad spend of all your clients added up, that it becomes advantageous to have the 347.77. We also give you retargeting collateral that you could use with your clients. We actually look at you as basically a partner at that point in time. The only difference between the 347.77 and the free account is the 20% ad spend and the amount of support that we actually give to you. So if you're actually a partner with us, we'll give you more support and collateral that you could use to go out and getting more clients.
You get your own, as a white label partner, not only do you get your own account manager, your own point person, a liaison, if you will, to our entire company, but your clients will also get their own account manager if you want them to communicate with them. If you want your account manager to just deal with you so that you can provide your clients with updates, information, answers to questions, etc., you've got it. You've got your own dedicated point person here at the company that you can use, that you can leverage to get questions answered, to get things done, even if you wanted to start to talk to people, our graphic arts people, to create stuff for you. Tom, do you have that screen where I can switch it back to you where you can show people what they get or no?
Let me just
call
up
okay.
The jackhoppman.com retargeting. Give me
okay,
a second.
Oh, it's already there? Okay, cool. So I don't need to switch it over. That's fine with me. What just happened? There we go.
Well, let me go to it. Actually, I am on it right now.
I think I'm not a presenter, so only if the presenter needs to enter the link, otherwise it's not clickable. I learned that actually last week.
All right, let me do that. Let me actually, wait a minute. There.
Someone had a question as far as what does the 20% discount on ad spend actually mean? And so on the free account, you're going to basically be paying a certain rate for the ad spend depending upon whatever your bid is. With the 20% discount, it's just that. It's 20% less. So you're going to be getting that much more. If you were to do $1,000 on the free account, you're getting $1,000 worth of ad spend. If you're doing 20% discount, you're actually getting more for that $1,000. More impressions.
And I see a lot of people are saying the link is clickable and it works fine, so thank you for that. So do we have any questions? Let's see, Beverly says...
Len, can you switch it to me?
Yeah, sure. All right, I just switched it. Clicking OK will make this a 10%, and it's back to you, my friend.
Okay, so here I just want to kind of show you on the screen what we have. I want to go down, and we're going to start on the bottom here and kind of work our way up. Down here, what we have, if you click here, that's going to actually set you up with the free account. It's also the first step as far as being set up with the white label partner account. I recommend that everyone that's on the webinar do this. You have your free account, and you can kind of, some of the things, even with a free account, you can actually start developing your custom audience before you actually fund the account and move forth with the campaign. We have someone, and I almost hate using this number, but he was an email retargeting person, and he generated an audience of 2.1 million in about 8 weeks of email opens. Others, they're developing that custom audience before they're even funding their account, before all their creatives are ready. So I recommend everyone go down here, at least start out with the free account. If you see value in what you have for the paid account and the white label partner, you're going to get the 20% discount. Everything that's listed on this screen, you're going to get with either one of the accounts. So you can kind of see that there's definitely value there. For those of you that have clients, for those of you that want to have clients, the $500 ad spend is really pretty small for multiple clients when we add it up. And all you would simply do is you'll let us know what your clients are. We'll associate that account with you. You will have your own login credentials for each account, and you're actually able to fund each client's account separately. So you don't have to worry about commingling of funds and this account and everything that way. We make it real clean, and with that, you're also able to simply, as your clients, if you want to show them the results, you can take them to their dashboard, and they will not see any other clients' numbers that are there.
Excellent. Jeff wants to know, is there a cost per client per month? And the answer is no. And as Tom just showed you, everyone on this webinar can actually create a free account and build a custom audience as big as you'd like, at 2.2 million or less or more, and it's only until you decide to fund it that you can actually start using it. But ultimately, unlike any other platform available, we have no minimums. A lot of the other platforms out there require you to have 1,000 people or more in a custom audience. You can have one person in a custom audience and use our platform, but yeah, so you can actually start using it right away and build custom audiences for every single client you have at zero cost. It's only when you're ready to launch and start targeting those people with your banner ad campaign, so you start making money and making sales, that you'll have to fund the account.
So that $77 is not per client. The $77 is one fee of $77 that gives you access to the system for unlimited clients.
Yeah, that answers a lot of questions, because even Robert asked a question about, is it inclusive? So what you spend, what your ad spend is different. As a white label partner, you save 20% off of your ad spend compared to everybody who just creates an account and starts using it. So not only do you save money for your own business that way, but that's how you make a little money off of your clients as well. You may charge them $100 in advertising, but it's only costing you 80. And I'm just giving you this as an example. So even Deb says 20% of ad spend. What does that mean? And so hopefully that makes sense to you. Is any marketing material included? As a white label partner, there are lots of different, there's a lot included here that we help you with. We do whatever we can to help you streamline this entire process so that you are predictably successful as quickly as possible. Tom has some check marks on a grid on the page which shows you what you're getting, and so hopefully that answers your question. But generally speaking, I think the message I would want everybody to know is that if you become a white label partner, we want you to be successful as quickly as possible, because let's face it, it's a win-win-win. It's a win for you, it's a win for your client, and it's a win for us. And so I don't know of a better deal than a win-win-win. So yes, we are working with you to make sure you're predictably successful.
I just had a strategy call the end of last week with a white label partner, and she's got a national franchise on board with 170 different franchisees that she's going to be offering retargeting and prospecting to.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, good. Actually, Rob asked an interesting question, Tom. We didn't cover this, and what he wants to know is, tell us a little bit about yourselves. He says your business model, why I should trust you. Well, you get our business model because if you've spent the entire time with us on this webinar, so you now understand our business model, you understand our company, you understand our platform and what we're trying to do for local marketers, for business owners, and everybody in between who wants to generate more sales. So that you get. I actually, excuse me, I own 5 different marketing companies. None of them compete with this, obviously. Social networking, social media marketing, this retargeting. I own the largest professional referral network in North America and a coaching and consulting company as well. I'm a Fortune 500 trained marketing specialist. I partner with people like Tony Robbins, the late Chet Holmes, the late Jay Levinson of Guerrilla Marketing. You've probably heard of E-Myth's Michael Gerber. You've probably heard of Jay Abraham. All of these people I've either worked or partnered with, and dozens more, but I'll spare everybody else and let you know that's who I am. Tom and I have known each other for a long time. Tom was in marketing, and I'm just speaking for you, Tom, to make it quick. Tom had been in business-to-business sales for many years. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. So Tom and I got together, decided to put our heads together, our specialties together, our knowledge, our experience, and spent a lot of money. Too much. I'm not even willing to share how much it is on this webinar to be able to put this one-of-a-kind, unique, and proprietary retargeting platform together. And so, Rob, I hope that that serves you. Okay.
There's a question about white label capabilities. What you have here, the localclients.net, as you see up top, that's our site as far as getting your account. It's a different account that people go to with that, and there's no way of tracking that back to our company, so we can't go in and steal your clients or anything like that. It is completely white label for you.
Tom, Arlene wants to have us repeat the 20% savings we talked about, and does it apply after the countdown timer expires?
The 20% discount is available to the 347.77, which is what the countdown timer is on. If you end up doing this after Tuesday night, midnight, 11:59, if for the 397.97, yes, you will still get the 20% discount. But if you know you're going to be doing this, you might as well get it at $77 a month than $97 a month, because it basically means your ad spend that you need clients spending on a monthly basis is that much less.
Danelle wants to know, are the free accounts white labeled too? And of course the answer is absolutely not. And it says, if not, what do our clients see if we're in the free account? Well, you can't serve, Tom, they can't serve their clients underneath them if they establish a free account, right?
They can add as many clients as they want, but the clients potentially could see other clients if they're going about that way.
Okay, good. Yes. Okay. So, Danelle, since you asked that, if you open up a free account and you decided to bring your clients underneath you as separate campaigns that you set up for each one of them, any one of those clients could potentially see all of your other clients and all of their campaigns if somehow, some way you gave them access to it. And ultimately, that's not really beating our system, because you're going to pay 20% more for your traffic than you would if you created a white label account, and everything would be private, everything would be much more professional, and so you would be actually doing yourself a huge disservice to try to do it that way, and I hope that helps.
I mean,
we lost you, Tom. We lost Tom, so I'm answering questions. I'm answering questions as all of you guys bring it in. George, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it as well. Larry said, so does the free account do everything but cost more? So no, the free account does not do everything.
You said 97 at that point in time.
Tom, you just were gone for about a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't hear you, so I was kind of answering some questions.
Okay. What I said is, with the free accounts, people could actually sign up a free account for every client that they have, but they're not going to get that ad discount that they'd have with the $397.97 or $347.77. And $500, if we're looking at that, if we say 20% of $500 is basically $100 there. That's the threshold that you're looking at. And if you had 2 clients, you're probably going to be over $500 a month if you added their 2 retargeting budgets and prospecting budgets on a monthly basis.
Yeah, now, by the way, what's interesting is Larry wants to know if the free account does everything but cost more. So again, yes and no. But by the way, guys, if you open up free accounts and do it that way, that's okay with us. We actually, as a company, we actually make more money when you do it that way. So that's cool too. As long as you like what you're signing up for, that's perfectly fine with us. You'll still get your own account manager, and there's still going to be an opportunity for you to get some direction as far as how you can become predictably successful. But again, generally speaking, the support, the guidance, the 20% savings, and the other options that are available to you in the screen in front of you by being a white label partner, we make less, you're going to actually make more, but either way, we're just here to serve and help people get that 10 to 1 or more return on investment with their marketing, now that, especially now that you know it's available to you.
And the marketing collateral.
Yeah, Lois wants to know, what are the average local businesses spending per month? You know, that's such a tough question. We have people spending anywhere from 100 to 150 all the way to $10,000 a month, depending on what they do. Are the locations available for Australian geotargeting? 100% absolutely, yes. In fact, we just did a webinar in Australia just a few weeks ago. Beverly wants to know, as a white label partner, will you help me know how to present this to my clients? You're going to get an entire presentation, Beverly. So the answer is yes. You will have everything you need to be able to do a webinar or a presentation or an introduction for your clients so that they know exactly what you're about to do for them. And by the way, with that white label partner and the presentation we give you, trust us, and you already know this when we say you're not going to have any competition. There's no other local market in your area that's bringing this kind of firepower, this kind of option, this kind of service to the marketing mix, so you will clearly stand out and people will understand why you're better / different than everybody else.
Something I want to point out too, this isn't a shiny object. This is a legitimate business that you have the ability to offer to your clients. This is a legitimate business that you could offer to any local client out there. And with that being said, this is not a quick hit and see what happens. If you're truly doing your split testing on your campaigns should be getting better and better. We have a client who started out at $3.20 a click, and in our strategy sessions and working with them, they're down to 26 cents a click. So from $3.20 down to 26 cents a click, there's tremendous savings there, but it's an iterative process that as you go over time, your campaign should be getting better and better. And if you're dealing on the retargeting side, as you increase in time, your website visitors or your email retargeting audience is going to get bigger and bigger, and that's going to allow you to lower your CPM.
Yep, excellent. Yeah, and I think that's another little high-level service is that we work with our white label partners, show and tell them what they could be doing to significantly reduce their CPM. And like Tom said, it could be tens of thousands of dollars. Marcus, unfortunately, said he tried to sign up for free but got the following error. Failed to send your message. Please try later or contact the administrator by another method. Marcus, I have no idea what to say.
It might be just the number of people, Len. I'm looking, and we've had several accounts created tonight already, so okay. It might have just been server problems with.
You guys may have crashed the server, so Marcus, you might want to try again. Mike, he says, can I sign up now for the free account, go to the monthly fee when I have this type of use in the future? Absolutely, 100%. Why not? Okay, Jeff Stark says, can I upgrade the free account later? Absolutely. It'll go to $397.97, but we're not going anywhere for a long time, so 100% yes. Kenny says, what do you suggest we charge our clients for this service, realizing that it is different according to how much a lead is worth to them? Yeah, I think what we tell people is you're already saving 20% on us, so I think charging them an additional 25% is pretty fair. Tom, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, even if they want to go to the website, the localclients.net, they could look at the done-for-you model, and you can see our prices of what we charge clients.
Yeah, great. Next question. Rob, restaurants to cosmetic surgeons. Rob, absolutely, and everybody in between. Beverly says yay.
Oh, I love restaurants with a viral coupon campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like the car dealership, restaurants are killing it with the viral social networking campaign. Is there a trial period, say 30 days with the white label? You know what, Deb? I would say that the answer is yes, just by default. You're not locked in. We don't want you locked in. Ultimately, if you choose to come on board, We're hoping that you're in this for the long haul, because this as a company, as a service, retargeting is the most talked about marketing effort in the world today. And I know that's a pretty big statement, but some of the biggest marketers in the world, like there was a traffic and conversion convention with Ryan Dice, the retargeting was the most talked about marketing effort at the entire convention. And retargeting continues to be the most talked about marketing effort available to business owners or local marketers. So this isn't going anywhere. And so if you're looking at this like a trial, feel free. Come on board, give it a try for a month or two, or hopefully we'll be together for many years to come. Robert says total approximate 500 a month. Robert, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you mean by 500 a month. Your cost or your client's cost. You know, again, clients are spending anywhere between 100 and 10,000 a month. So I don't know what's right for you. Beverly says I had very little competition in my niche. Man, even better. Gary says, came on a little late. Traffic white label is identified under what plan? It's actually a specific link that Jack already posted to everybody. It's jackhopman.com/retargeting versus the free account, Gary. I think that's what you're asking me. Lois says, can I make LinkedIn group and custom audiences? I don't know what you mean by that. Tom, do you know what Lois is talking about when she says, can I make a LinkedIn group? And I know what you're saying. The answer is yes. And here's how I do it. I'll share this with everybody. Here's a little secret with LinkedIn. Once people become connected to you with LinkedIn, as you know, you can send an autoresponder message. In that autoresponder message, guess what I've included? You got it, an email retargeting pixel. So all of those people get dumped into my custom LinkedIn audience. Beautiful question, Lois. Marcus was going to ask if maybe you had ballpark figure for maybe small 1 to 3 employees or tradesmen, like a tree surgeon or plumber. Yeah, you know, that's a very targeted audience, right? And so, again, I don't know what their sales cycle is, but I imagine it's pretty quick, like a couple of days for sure, if that. And so ultimately, I would tell you that depending on how big of an area, because there are variables here, right, Marcus? I don't know how big the area is. Is it a city? Is it a zip code? Is it a region? I don't know how big they are. And so, again, it could be anywhere between 100 to 500 bucks a week, easy for each one of those, because the sales cycle is like this, usually within 24 hours. Our strategy sessions extra, if you're talking about with me and Tom, potentially yes. With your account manager, no. Beverly Taylor, sorry, I said your last name. How much will the account manager help us? Will I need a staff person to do this? Yes, let me be clear. This is not a done-for-you service. So Beverly, you will not necessarily need a staff person to do this, but we do have a done-for-you service. So if you like the idea of just tagging our team in so that we do it all for you, we have 4 different levels of service that you can choose from once you decide to come on board, anywhere from a few $100 a month to, like, what is it, Tom, $1,500 a month, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so depending on what you're looking for, we do have a done-for-you solution, but you are not signing up for a done-for-you service. Deb, so there's extensive training in exactly how to use this service? Yes, you bet. Latoya wants to know, what kind of prices would you charge a client to use this service? There you go. I just told you, if you want us to do it for you, a few $100 a month, all the way up to $1,500 a month. Kenny says,
And
what do
you
you
guys
think?
could feel comfortable charging that same amount that we are.
Yeah, we're going to do it for you, but you're also going to charge your client probably more. And then this way you make a little bit and you pay us too. Kenny says, what do you suggest we charge our clients for this service, realizing that it is different according to how much a lead is worth to them? Already answered that. Johnny says, do we charge our clients per click or per lead? No. You're going to charge your clients based on lead generation and an entire effort, not per click. And based on what they're looking to achieve or receive or accomplish with a retargeting and lead generation campaign, you're going to have a budget. Depending on the budget, that's how you're going to be able to, and your client's desired end results, you're going to charge your client that way. Marcus says, okay, now it's working. Awesome. You guys just crashed our server. That's all. Bev says it took a long time for the send to work. Okay. Jeffrey says, how would this fit into a pay-per-call or pay-per-lead model? And so, Tom, you know, I mentioned before, and Jeff, we mentioned the click-to-call. You could definitely turn this into a pay-per-call, or let's just call it a pay-per-lead model. What I don't know is who you're working for. I don't know what kind of conversion you're going to get. I don't know what your ad campaign looks like or your graphics. I don't know what conversion percentage you're looking at with your graphics. All of those are obviously variables in setting up your campaign correctly and so forth. And so, Tom, I would say you and I have an expected percentage of what, 5%? We tell people 5%, right?
0.5.
0.5, okay.
Yeah.
So at 0.5%, multiply that by X number of 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 banner ad impressions per month, and you can get an idea as to how many click per call or pay per lead you're going to deliver to your client. But Jeff, there's so many variables that's a tough question to answer, but at least you know, yes, you can definitely get it done. Kip says, I have submitted but no response via email. Not sure what you mean, Kip, but don't worry, we will definitely get in touch with you, I promise. Terry says, do you have a done-for-you service for white label owners? The answer is absolutely, Terry. And I mentioned this a few times, but we have 4 different levels of service, from a few $100 a month or all the way up to $1,500 a month, depending on what you're looking for. Robert says, total approximate $500 a month. I keep getting this question. I don't know what you mean by $500 a month. If you're talking about $500 per month per client, I would tell you that is not necessarily true. It could be anywhere from $150 a month to $10,000 a month. That's our range as it stands right now. We have one client that's coming on board that's telling us he's planning on spending $200,000 a month. So I don't know what you mean by that. Gary,
I will
you're
say
welcome.
this, though. If you go to ad roll, and the ad roll is a half a platform when you compare it to ours, and you look at their pricing estimates for a client with less than 10,000 unique visitors to their website a month, they're saying $500 a week. So $500 a month is real small. And the other thing I want to point out with this too, not only do you get the retargeting, you get the email retargeting, you get the prospecting system, but typically we find that our costs, if you compare them to AdRoll, Perfect Audience, and other retargeting platforms, are typically 20 to 40% less.
Yeah, that's true too. Danelle says, it says monthly fee starts in 2 months. Does that mean we are not charged the monthly? You said 47, Danelle. You really meant 77 if you hop on this special offer until the 3rd month. The answer, Tom, as I know it, is no. They'll get charged in 30 days, correct?
Correct.
Yep, 30 days. Good. Rob says, you focus on local markets. This can work for internet marketing or niche specialties. Absolutely. And this is international. This platform is available to you for international zip codes, cities, regions, states, countries. Absolutely. Robert says, what I mean is, please explain local client $397 plus $97. I came in a bit late. Oh, Robert, the $397.97 is for our white label platform, which means tonight, if you decided to invest $397 and then spend $97 a month after that, you will be able to quite literally flip a switch and quote unquote own your own retargeting company. You'll be able to offer all of the retargeting services and solutions, lead generating, prospecting, retargeting solutions available to you in our platform to your own clients, all under your own brand.
If he actually decides tonight, actually before Tuesday night, he'll pay $347 and $77.
Robert, I stand corrected. If you decided to join our company and become a partner of ours, white label partner of ours before Tuesday, what that means is you'll pay $347.77, so you'll save some money there. Lois, do you do any training calls for white label partners to go over do case studies that's working best? The answer is yes. Verlan, in what countries can this be used? What about languages other than English? The answer is we're in every English-speaking country in the world, yes?
Yeah, I mean, if we go back to the platform, you can kind of see where the targeting is. It's probably 120 countries throughout the world.
Tom, any that don't speak English?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can just create your ads for that. You can create your ads in whatever language wherever you want these banner ads to be displayed, and the ads themselves and the language, the copy will just be in that particular language. So we are in 120 countries around the world.
If you remember when I was creating my Toledo campaign, Toledo, Spain came up.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Okay, good. VB, you are very welcome. Thanks so much for the kind words. Beverly says, can the account manager help me know what type of freelancer to hire? Your account manager could potentially help you. know what kind of freelancer to hire. So I'll say yes and no without knowing the full question. Greg says, is there any difference / better than ClickCertain or Decisive? So Greg, you must have come on late. And I say you must have come on late because we spent our entire webinar showing and telling you how and why our retargeting platform is better / different than every other retargeting platform available to you. We have some unique and proprietary features like our interactive multimedia ad, which is not offered on any other retargeting platform, period. We've got our day parting feature, we've got our prospecting / lead generation feature. We've got a lot of, we call it our secret sauce. We've got a lot of special features and benefits that are not offered on any other platform. And so I hope that makes sense.
Jack, do you have any familiarity with ClickCertain?
Or Decisive? I've never heard of Decisive before. How about that?
Yeah,
Jack, are you there?
I have been using ClickCertain, and I collected pixels, and but the interface, I actually have a white label ClickCertain portal, but I never liked the interface. And when Tom showed me the interface, plus I could do email retargeting, I was sold. So I really like the easy use of interface. I like how you can create the ads, and I like the email retargeting. So I was sold when I saw it.
Awesome. VB wants to know, are there training videos? Yes. Marcus, interesting report the last 2 weeks. Amazon deliverability is not brilliant, and by you surprised MailChimp is switching. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Kerry, I just got charged $100. Is that a balance I can use for ads? Tom, would anybody have been charged $100?
It may be incorrect on the invoice. I believe, see if Evelyn was signing up for a 347.
What'd you say?
Was Evelyn signing up for a 347, or that person
Kerry,
signing up for?
Kerry, this is for Kerry. Kerry, did you sign up for the 347, please? And then I will get back to you with an answer. Robert is what I mean. Please explain local client 39. I came in. I already did that. No, that is a question that is on the application to set. Oh, Lou Shane says, no, that is a question that is on the application to set up the account. I don't know what that means. Robert keeps asking the same question. Robert, local clients with the $397.97 is for our white label program. That is for people who are interested in offering retargeting and lead generation solutions through our retargeting platform, and this enables you the white label solution, provide you with the ability to offer your clients this under your name and brand. Evelyn wants to know, do white label folks get the done for you packages cheaper than on your website? And the answer is no. Lucene for the white label. Wait a minute. So Lucene says that is a question on the application for the white label. That's the $100. There must be some sort of question, Tom, for the white label. Deb says, B2B clients should love this for increasing their ROI if they're already spending money on ads. Couldn't agree more. But how about B2C? Do you have any feedback regarding how the typical consumer feels about retargeting? Yeah, I feel like this is pretty much standard marketing procedure. You've been retargeted, I've been retargeted, and so as far as how the average consumer feels about retargeting, I wouldn't say there's any big uprise. I haven't heard anything about consumers feeling uncomfortable about retargeting. It's pretty much standard internet marketing procedure for those that are experienced enough and advanced enough to have embraced the retargeting platform.
I mean, think about it. What would you rather see an ad for? A product that you're interested in, or a product that has no relationship to you?
Yeah, true. Robert says, thank you. You're welcome, Robert. William wants to know how this ties in with AdWords. And so, Jack, rather than answer, if you're still with us, Jack, I wouldn't mind having you do a quick explanation about how this all ties together. It's indirect, if anything, but maybe you would like to comment on that.
So you still want to use AdWords and drive traffic via Google search to the website, but the conversion from a local website is typically between the 1 to 3 to 1 to 10. That means that not all the clicks are converting, and an AdWords click can cost, can be pretty expensive, like between the $5 and, depending on the nature, maybe it can be $40. So it costs a lot of money to bring that visitor to the website. What you want to do is you want to improve that conversion by showing an ad all over the internet, and retargeting click ad is much, much, much cheaper than a Google ad. So if the some of most clients, most people need to see an ad multiple times to make a decision. So with retargeting, you have a cost-effective way to bring back to the website, or you can also show a coupon which might motivate them to choose the service you offer.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that.
The
All
other thing
right.
I want to point out with this too, with retargeting, is if you're dealing with a business and they're doing any type of traffic generation for their website, so for the car dealer, they may be having TV commercials that are driving traffic to their website. Retargeting works hand in hand with their TV advertising. It works hand in hand with their Google pay-per-click. It works hand in hand with billboards. Anything that's driving traffic to the website, this is going to be a complementary service to that.
So I do, by example, I do monthly newsletters for companies. So I'm going to use that email pixel to hook in that email, and that email is a monthly special. So now I can run that special the whole month without emailing and emailing and email again. So if you do any kind of email marketing or if you want to say, hey, business, I can help you to generate more business and doing email campaign for them, you can hook in retargeting and show that special ad, that coupon, also via retargeting all over the internet. So your conversion goes significantly higher. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of things what you can do with retargeting. So it is for you guys, for many of you guys, it is new. But if you go to a news site, to Comcast, to all those big websites, they make money with retargeting. So now you have the opportunity to show an ad for the service or client you want. You can use it with Lead Finder Jack to get more clients for yourself, or you can prospect business to do the retargeting for them.
Awesome. Mike wants to know if you could use Google Translate to generate non-English. Sure. Lushane said he did, and I forget what we talked about. Greg said thanks. Jack, actually. So Greg, this is a thank you. Jack, this is a thank you from Greg F. Brad said, I'm in. I just have to raise the 347. Awesome. Kerry says local clients, video alpha partner. Tom says local clients, video alpha partner on Jack. Jack Hoffman.
I'll have to check into that.
Okay. Lloyd says, thanks, Jack, for the info, click certain comparison. So, Jack, I'm communicating some thank yous to you. Marcus says, cracking webinar goal, just wish was in better position, but certainly in free. Okay, Marcus. Rob says, how do you fund? That once you're in, Rob, there's going to be on the top right-hand corner, there's going to be a little drop down there for you to be able to hit fund. And once you put, you'll put a credit card in, you'll put X amount of dollars in, and then within 24, maybe 48 hours, depending on your credit card company, you will have that amount of money in your account ready to spend on your banner ad campaign. Sandy says, I signed up for the account. It said after I checked on submit, message has been sent. Do I wait for login details? I would say yes. Again, I think so many of you have jumped on that kind of crashing our service a little bit. It's coming, I promise. Herb
What we
said,
have, hang on a sec, Glenn. With the account creation, as you guys have submitted that, it's actually a manual process that we'll have. So I'm assuming that we should be able to get to everyone tomorrow with those accounts created. And once those accounts are created, the login credentials will be emailed to you. So no worries if you don't have it. You're not going to get it until we have it set up. And I'm assuming that'll be first thing in the morning.
yeah, okay. Rob says, all over the internet, buy, you can target a specific, all over the internet, buy, you can target a specific area. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm going to say yes, but that doesn't make sense to me. Glenn,
I think
Jack.
Rob's asking about geo-targeting. So yes, you'd have the ability to target in by zip code, by state, by country. So it could be all over the internet for people that are in the zip codes that you want to target to.
Yeah, cool. Glenn has a message for you, Jack. It says, Jack, do you think you could do another webinar demonstrating how it works?
So let me answer that. So I started this retargeting for the website hero launch. And Tom, how many pixels do we have now?
I think, Jack, you told me on Tuesday that you wanted to get that pixel, and I think you were up over 26,000 from Tuesday to today, so in
So
5
I
days.
have 26,000 people who are interested in Website Hero. I don't have 26,000 sales. I wish. But I can bring those back. I don't need to have, if you know, Website Hero was product of the day, and like human nature, not everybody makes sales right away. So I can now show an ad to all those people who visit the website, and then once I get some results, I can show you on a webinar. So, and I will also use it on for other things. So the answer is yes, I can do more retargeting training, but I'm not the go-to person. That is Tom. I don't, because I don't have a big financial interest in this, but for education, I can help you. Does that make
All right,
sense?
thank you, Jack. Yep, thank you for that. Rob says retargeting ad only displays where you want it to and in front of the people you want it to. So yes, Rob, I agree. David wants a link. David, I assume that the link you're talking about is what Jack had already posted, jackhotman.com/retargeting.
Yeah, but if they are on a mobile device, they don't see it, so I will put the link in it.
Oh, okay, got it. All right. Deb says retargeting could be perceived by consumers as a bit like Big Brother's watching you. That makes most people associated with uncomfortable. How do we offset that feeling among consumers, among businesses? Deb, you are thinking too much into this, and I would say to you, with all due respect, that if you feel uncomfortable or the people that you deal with are uncomfortable, this is probably not the right platform for you. And as far as, in other words, if your belief system is consistent with that you're uncomfortable with it, you're not going to be successful in our service and with our platform. And so what I would tell you is that this is an accepted form of marketing, not because we're doing it, but because it's been around specifically from the big companies that have been doing it for years and years and years. Now we are making it available to local marketers at every level, and business owners at every level. And I would disagree with you that people are uncomfortable with it. I think people are used to it. It's commonplace. It's routine at this point. But again, if you feel uncomfortable about it, then again, no disrespect, but I would say this is probably not right for you.
I feel
George says,
I feel the other way around. When a website visitors see your ad all over the place, your impression is that this must be a big company. So I think it's the other way around. Is
yeah.
everything going well? I see the sign up.
And I just sent the screen back to you.
Okay, got it.
Len, I
Yep.
just sent the screen back
Okay.
to you if you want to post the link.
Okay. So I am welcoming George. Welcome aboard. I'm glad you're on board. So Gilbert says, so the cost is for the banner ads. Yeah, so when you fund the account, whether it be for yourself or for your clients, what you are in fact funding is the banner ad displays. Yes, to be displayed in front of those people that have either clicked on your email or landed on your website and that are all over the web on other sites. That's what you're paying for, exactly. Kerry says, I'll send you guys a support ticket regarding the incorrect 100 transaction. Absolutely, Kerry. I think that is somehow a mistake. Sandy
Glenn, if
says,
you could put
oh,
the sign-up link on the screen.
yeah, hold on one second.
One thing I want to point out just on the cost here, the ad impressions. So let's say we were doing a $5 CPM. You're only actually paying for one ad, one impression at a time. So that a CPM is actually per 1,000 ads. So you're looking at a fraction of that $5 for that one ad impression.
Yep. Okay, I'm answering a question at the same time. And I guess I can just answer it live now. And I will do that. Herb, is there a number to call, or is that in the membership site? I haven't signed into that either. You'll have all of that information once you become a white label partner. You don't really call us, but an account manager will most definitely be calling you, and we're going to walk you through a little bit of a welcome process. And again, we just want to make sure you're predictably successful, so there's no reason to call us. We're going to call you. So, good question. Rob says, bingo, correct answer. So, Rob, I forget what I said, but I'm glad it's a bingo. Bev says, my clients are doing no advertising at all, so this means they will need PPC or something to get traffic to their sites before they do retargeting, right? I would tell you that earlier in our webinar, I showed you a prospecting/lead generation campaign for a dentist who was interested in doing teeth whitening. Certainly, PPC or AdWords, like Jack talked about, is possible, but I would also argue that you could probably cost-effectively use our campaign to display targeted banner ads in front of your ideal perfect prospects in a geo-targeted area and generate leads that way. That's what I do. That's what I do for our clients as well. So absolutely, Bev.
So,
Clay, how much?
so every
Glenn,
company.
something I want to point out.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead, Jack.
So every company who does AdWords is a high potential prospect. Do you guys get that? They already spent money on internet. They probably spent, between $1,000 and $10,000 on internet on clicks. So retargeting is much more affordable because those ads click doesn't cost so much, and they don't like to waste that click. So it's that those are there's a hot niche where you can go after, and also for yourself if you use Lead Finder Jack to prospect clients to get business for yourself.
Here I'm going to give you a strategy that you could use for selling the service. So, Mr. Business Owner, I work with a company where we do retargeting. What I want to do for you, though, is actually I'm going to give you a pixel that you can put on your website, and anyone that visits your website, we're going to be able to get your ads in front of them after the fact. And what I'm going to do is, free of charge, I'll give you that pixel. And we'll come back and talk about that in 2 weeks, a month, whatever time frame we're looking at there. Now, after those 2 weeks or a month, if that person has 10,000 visitors to their website, uniques, on a monthly basis, they're a prime target for retargeting. It's going to really make sense for them. It's going to resonate, and they're going to have that high ROI potential. Now, if you go to a client that has 50 uniques on the month, you could say, look, I could do retargeting for you, but it's really not going to do anything. I also have a service that I can go out and prospect and bring people to your website and drive traffic to it. And now I can use that to drive traffic to their website, and then as I'm driving traffic, I can actually put them into a retargeting campaign also and do both.
Okay, awesome. Jack, here's a question from Clay. He wants to know how much you spent to build a custom audience, targeted audience of 26,000 people.
I think that was I think that was for Website Hero. I think we mentioned 26,000. So it was the launch of Website Hero. So I don't spend. I just used my email list and affiliates email. So I didn't spend. But
yeah,
what you want to do is though you want to use Lead Finder Jack, send those emails out, and you can also that audience more or less for free.
Yeah.
So Jack built a 26,000 person audience and has not spent a dime to do that on the local clients platform. Now he has that audience. Now he can go about retarget to him and spend whatever he wants at that profit level. But the development of that audience was free for him.
Yeah, I didn't
cool.
have time the last 7 days to create this, but so that's the next step.
Oh. Click the wrong button here. A lot of thank yous. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Absolutely our pleasure. Can we find out about, okay, yeah, Bev, we'll talk. Sandy agrees with Jack. Good for branding too. Gilbert, wow, awesome. Probably to you, Jack. Gilbert says, yes, I got that $100 incorrect transaction from the second link on the sales page, but the bottom of the page. So Kerry, I don't know what's going on, but we'll fix it. Joe says, you mentioned 2,600 potential buyers. What might that cost you? Now you know Joe at 0. Beverly says, thank you. You're welcome. Evelyn says, can this work on low numbers? Let's say I've collected only 50 people on retargeting. Will those 50 see ads? Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. It could be one. Gilbert, is all this information in your training? I mean, that's kind of depends, but I'll say yes for now because your account manager will certainly have these answers as well. Gilbert says, well. Clay says, I see. Rob says, Jack is not a dull boy. I agree. Bev says, I signed up for the free account. Great. I look forward to learning more. Welcome aboard, Bev. Joe says, retargeting 26,000 buyers cost 0. Lloyd, local client sign up. Choose a URL to access your local client's platform. Required. What do I put here? My website URL or something else? Yes. I imagine you're sending people to a specific URL. These are questions for your account manager. These guys are jumping ahead, Tom and Jack. And guess what? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's our last question. Beautiful.
Thanks, Tom and Lan, for the actually for the not only for the presentation but building such great retargeting platform. My members and I got that question many times about retargeting, and although I use Click Certain, I was planning to offer that at a certain point because I have a white label version. The interface is not that good, but this interface is much better, and also it adds the option to do email retargeting. So I felt much more confident to share this with my members.
Awesome. Well, Jack, I want to thank you for the opportunity to share, and thanks for having us on board. And Tom, any last words before we wrap it up?
No, like I said, before, everyone needs to get that free account because, whether you're using it for yourself or your clients, we don't care if you get that paid account, but if you do get the paid account, we're going to be there for you.
So,
but thank you, Jack.
Yeah, so I think I would go with Tom option is every time when you create a website for a client for local team Jack, you put that retargeted picture on it. Then after a month, you see if it got a lot of traffic. If it does get a lot of traffic, you can offer, to offer retargeting. If it doesn't get a lot of traffic, you can offer a service, say, I can help you to drive more traffic. So you're not only making money to install the local Team Jack website, but you also have an option to offer a related service to it, because that is what you probably already know. It is how you make money each month after month after month. So that is the business model you want to be in. So thanks everybody. I appreciate your guys' attendances. We had a full room today, and just if you are not ready to pay today, just sign up for a free account, because that will help you to get involved in it and to follow some training and have the option, and have the option to monetize it once a client asks you about retargeting. So thanks everybody, and looking forward to next Tuesday training and take action. Thank you so much, Tom and Dr. Glenn.
Thanks, Jack.
Bye.
Thank you. See ya.
See ya.